Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and you're watching weekly sectoral analysis. What a pullback we had last week. In the last 3 trading sessions of the previous week, we can see a total U-turn of Nifty and overall market, especially if you just have a look at the lower time frame charts. You can literally see a fall, correction and a complete U-turn in the markets. Now, if you remember in my previous video, I had clearly shared that in Bank Nifty and little bit in Nifty, there was some sort of evidence, especially in the 15-minute chart. I generally do not talk about extreme shorter term charts in weekly sectoral analysis. I generally talk about 15-minute chart in the Nifty and Bank Nifty short-term view videos. But currently the plight of the market is such that I have to. If you remember in my previous video, I clearly shared that somewhere over here, market was near resistance and that was the reason we had a correction. And when market was within this zone, we clearly did witness some sort of positive divergence in the RSI and the price. And this is what I had shared with all of you. And I just told that it is just evident that the momentum on the downside is weakening. The momentum on the downside is getting slower. That's it. This was not a sign of a U-turn or a bottom out, but I also shared a support band with all of you, which was between 21,900 to 21,770. And from that particular support band, we can see a short-term rally in Nifty. Now, looking at the current stage, what I should say is in the weekly time frame chart, the momentum and the trend both are very, very contradictory. The trend is up, the momentum is still weaker, but first time we can see that the price has been able to close above the trend line. Although this particular trend line breakout is still not valid, because since this is a very long-term trend line, we need much higher close than this for a valid trend line breakout. And if you can see properly, we have a Fibonacci extension of 261.80% extension, which is at 21,450, 21,460. So yes, we have been able to give a pullback from the lower levels of, you can say 21,870, 21,880. But on the upper side, we are still below resistance. So basically, the trend is up in the daily and in the weekly time frame chart, but we are still within a band of support and resistance. Now, individual sectors and you can say individual stocks are performing, but you have to be very, very careful exactly which particular sector and stocks you are tapping on. Now, if you have a look at the Bank Nifty chart, you can see that the Bank Nifty has been able to bounce from this particular support, which is 45.63. Not a very strong support, but nevertheless, the price is going up. It's good for everyone, but we are still below this particular gap. So we are still at a resistance, and how Bank Nifty is going to react still needs to be seen, because in many previous weeks, if you check properly, there have been multiple candles over here which have been suddenly a bullish candle, then suddenly a bearish candle. So, just trusting on to one candle, one hammer in the weekly time frame chart and deciding that it's a U-turn and we are going to shoot higher, it's not right. Considering PSU bank stocks, we can see that somewhere in this zone, they were facing some selling pressure, some selling resistance, as market, as I always say, that markets have their own nature and they can, understand that some sort of resistance is coming up on the upside, and we saw this profit booking and suddenly bounce back on the upside is visible. Now, there will be few particular PSU banks. You can see stocks like PNB. If you just have a look at the hourly time frame charts, you will understand the way we had a hammer and then a bullish bell toll, and now this particular stock is trying to go higher. So yeah, there will be couple of stocks or maybe 2-3 stocks in the PSU banking pack which will try to hit on the upside. Okay, not all, but only selected stocks. Now, private banking stocks, they are just going up and down. You can see one leg up, then down, one leg up, then one leg down, and then once again they are trying to go higher. As of now, the trend is flat in the weekly and in the daily time frame chart, and the right thing to do is wait and watch and understand exactly where does the breakout come, on the upside or on the downside. Energy pack, I should say that the trend and momentum both are completely different. The trend is up, but the momentum is not as strong as the trend. But at times when the trend is exceptionally strong, prices will keep negating all the divergences and the trend will continue to go higher. Even in this sector, you might find a couple of stocks which can go a little bit higher from here, but you'll have to be very, very picky. You cannot just take any stock or any breakout and think of making money in the market right now, because you can see the way weekly chart is poised. Things are extremely overstretched on the upside. Metal pack. Now, this particular sector has been acting really funny. The overall trend in the weekly time frame chart is up. In the daily time frame chart, the momentum is on the upside for now. But you know what's happening is it's like one leg up, then down, up, again down, and then again up. So basically, in this sector, if you are participating as a trader, you need to understand that booking profits at higher levels is very, very important. Maybe not complete profits, but at least if you book partial profits and wait with a trailing stop loss or maybe a second or third target, it makes sense, because this is not a type of rally where you initiate once and can continue trailing on the upside until and unless you witness something like that. And very, very soon we'll also come near a resistance at 85.12, and currently we are trading at 8337.80 in the weekly time frame charts. All right. So yes, trend is up, but booking profits in the middle stocks is also very, very important. Autopack continues to remain exceptionally strong. The trend is up, and possibly every dip on the downside will be bought into. Finance pack, yes, I can say that this is the first time after this particular low, it has tried to make a, you can say, a higher low. And if we make a higher high, and after that again, if we make a higher low, possibly that will be the first sign that the entire trend is getting revived. Consumption pack, I should say, trend is a bit overstretched in the weekly time frame chart. Not that much, little bit. In the daily time frame chart, momentum is slower, but the trend is up. And one of the stocks which I just saw is Titan, and it seems that it's trying to go higher. It's trying to break this entire zone, this particular high and this low. So it's trying to give a range breakout. So traders should keep a watch on this particular stock. FMCG pack in the weekly time frame chart, it's looking extremely lackluster. It doesn't look at all interesting. If you're a bullish trader, you will really feel like you want to avoid looking at the weekly time frame chart. In the daily time frame chart, also we can say that things are looking okay, because it's trading at a support. It has not been able to break this low, which is a good sign, but again, it's lackluster. Only one stock, that is what I have been looking up to, and I'll continue to look at this stock and keep it in my watch list. It's Nestle India. As of now, the trend is up in the daily and in the weekly time frame chart, but in the daily time frame chart, it needs to give a proper clean breakout. Only then there will be a probability that the stock will start to move higher. Yes, the prices have started to trade above the dual moving averages, but we need a more stronger breakout with the price action. Infrapack. Now, if you have a look at the Infrapack weekly time frame chart, you will clearly see weekly RSI at 90, 91, somewhere around there. And the RSI, you can clearly see giving higher highs in the price and lower highs in the RSI. So the momentum on the upside is slowing down. The trend continues to stay higher. If there is some sort of decent correction in this particular sector, then there could be few stocks which could be looking, fruitful for a swing trader. But just jumping at higher levels may not make much sense. IT pack in the daily time frame chart, it is consolidating. In the weekly time frame chart, you can say that nothing wrong. The trend is still up. Only thing is there is some sort of resistance over here at 38,876 and near this all-time high. So we are at a resistance band, nothing bad about it. But yes, you can say due to this selling pressure or this particular band, you can see some sort of consolidation. Till the time it is not breaking any important levels on the downside, it is good. But chances are, if we have some sort of break above this level or maybe somewhere above this all-time high, then chances will be that this particular sector will try to go higher. Again, I would say one thing in IT pack, especially in IT pack, picking the right stocks will be very, very important, because there are few stocks which are not looking that great and there are few stocks which are looking promising. Pharma pack also, I should say, similar sort of things. Like it's not exactly similar to IT, but yes, in the weekly time frame chart, slightly overstretched. In the daily time frame chart, you can say that prices are exceptionally range bound, consolidating, but chances are overall trend will stay higher. If there is a dip or consolidation going ahead for the next few days, chances are after that dip or consolidation, prices might try to go higher. And again, there are a couple of stocks in this pack. If you find out, you will surely feel that as a trader you can find some upside. But again, not all the stocks in Pharma pack will give you that sort of response. Okay, PSE sector exceptionally overstretched. As per the weekly RSI, as per the weekly prices in the daily time frame charts, prices are trying to go higher. One stock which I can see, which is Whale, has just been able to break this zone currently. If I'll just try to mark this zone, it has been able to break this particular consolidation. But if you have a proper candle, proper price action, then chances are that the prices will go higher on the upside. Okay. And this is for a short-term momentum trader. It's not for a trader who's holding stocks for multiple months. Realty pack. If you have a look at the Realty pack, as per the weekly time frame chart, things are a little bit different. You can see higher high in price, lower high in RSI, so signs of weakening momentum, but strength of the trend continues. In the daily time frame chart also, things are almost similar. So if you're holding stocks from lower levels, you can continue to hold them with a trailing stop loss, but entering into stocks at this juncture may not be that fruitful. Okay. Midcap. Midcap, again, you can see that if I convert this price in the weekly time frame chart into line chart, we can see we have a higher high and lower high in RSI. So both these things are contradicting. So we have a negative divergence in RSI and price. And it seems that we should be very, very careful if you're trying to go long. As a swing trader, maybe you can try a few stocks, but overall as a positional trader, you should be very, very careful. And please do not forget that, yes, the trend is up. In the last 2 days, the momentum has been exceptionally strong in Nifty. That is fine. But 22,450, 460 is still a pretty strong resistance. A close above that and a follow-through buying might be, infusing some sort of confidence in the minds of bulls. Again, not a market for, positional traders where they can just trade any breakout and make money. Trading in shorter term time frames like short-term momentum traders or being a swing trader will be more helpful, because you can enter and exit the market more efficiently when prices are overstretched. And if you are a positional trader, you need to be very, very cool, calm and composed, because you need to pick your trades. You need to pick your stocks in sectors very, very, very carefully. All right. So trade less and trade wisely. Thank you.